we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will put total leather and will get started. Return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Michigan's offense will go to work first. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw on 3rd. On the run, deep down the right side. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Bulldozes his way through. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this defense starting to become a common thread, man. First drive, they forced the INT after having 4 picks last week. They are finding the football. Nice way to start this football game.
They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man. It's Miller. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get
picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turn it over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Rides the back on the option to give. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about it.
It's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Being aware of the entire situation, maybe you just let that ball go out of bounds, but he makes the catch and he'll lose yardage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. On the shovel. And he never had a chance. As soon as the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Can't make the catch on third down, in the rarest of drops for this guy. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So here comes the Michigan offense. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Finding open areas. There he goes. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And as he throws, and the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Great place to start for this offense. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing.
They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front.
Looking for the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! The The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Yates. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler in Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The give to the tailback. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pulls it in. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Just enough time for one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. The lead up to 5 in the 2nd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Under Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Because of the passing game, didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Or will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. Smashes ahead. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. Stop just across midfield at the 49.